see if I can run. I don't know. I'm gonna die. Who is this guy? Wanted center. Asked to Explorer. Yeah. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Elite Dangerous. Well, that was fun. Hello everybody and welcome to Elite Dangerous. This is a game that I've had since about December-ish, I think. Right around Christmas I got it. I've been playing it quite a bit, just on my own, kind of learning the ropes and how it goes. I'm really enjoying it, and I thought it was time to share it with you guys. And I really do hope that you guys love it as much as I do. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear up.
As you can see, I'm using some fun stuff too. I've got a program called Voice Attack installed, where I can actually talk to my ship and my little AI, Astra, I believe her name is. What is your name?
You can call me Astra.
So there we go, we got Astra on board. There's a Coriolis space station, I believe. It's pretty cool looking. Got some people flying around. One thing that I am in solo play at the moment, just for this quick little intro. Let's take a look at this beauty. So this is what I've been doing. I've earned myself a Cobra Mark IV. It's kind of hard to see in the light here. Yeah, so there's the bottom of the ship. So not as fancy as the top, but I guess I could flip it around. But yeah, so I worked my way up to a Cobra Mark IV, which is it's not like the hugest ship, but it's definitely a ways up there in the grand scheme of things. And let's take a look at my stats so far. Like, I'd worked my way up a little bit in combat and trading and exploring a little bit. So here's my current stats for my entire gameplay time so far. So I've managed to earn a bit of money and do a bit of combat and get some kills and do some crimes and do some smuggling and some trading and a few little things. Exploration a little bit here and there. I've been kind of just playing around and having some fun with it. But what I want to do with you guys is I want to start completely fresh and do all the way from nothing. And we're going to play the entire time in open. So I've been scaredy cat in solo play while I've been testing the game out. So let's go back to the main menu here. Now this is going to be a little bit, it's going to hurt a little bit because I'm going to lose all of my stuff. So if I go clear, are you sure you want to do this? Note that all progress will be lost. All ships and credits earned will be lost, and you will be back with your starting ship in your starting system. So obviously I don't recommend this if you don't want to lose everything, but I do want to start all over. So I'm going to hit yes. Too late now. It's done. It's all gone. And I still will be Mr. AnubizRa, Commander AnubizRa. And we're going to start off I do have the Horizons pack, so we are playing in Horizons. We can do planetary landings. We're going to start off with 1,000 credits and a starting Horizon Sidewinder in Acelius Prime. And we're going to go, and we're going to play in open. I think this is the first time I've ever played in open, so it's going to be an experience. But I've got all the gear. All right, so we're at Baker's Prospect. Kind of the first thing we need to do here is, so we're in a tiny little Sidewinder. Let's take a look. So here we are. There's my beautiful little Sidewinder. And it's a tiny little ship compared to a lot of them. But if you look at the size, like there's me in the cockpit right there. So it's still not like a small ship, but it is, in the grand scheme of all the other ships in the game. This is the smallest ship in the game. So what do? We're brand new ship back at Baker's Prospect. We're on a planet actually right now. So if we take a look at, and everything's gone. We're 0%. We're harmless, penniless, and aimless. We have 0 reputation and all that jazz. So over here we got our navigation, and it shows us, what's around. Transactions. These are like missions and things that we've currently got, and contacts. These are people flying around in the system so far. And then we also have the galaxy map and the system map. So if we take a look at the system map, what you will see is this is where we started. So we are currently landed on this planet here, Acelius 2. So there's a bunch of other planets. When you see the little blue marker here with the little like city looking thing, that means that there's actually, there's 2 things. So you see The line here means that we can actually land on this planet, but there's no settlements there. When you see the little city looking thing there, that means that there's a settlement there. So if I click on that, take a look at the planetary map, right? I can zoom in and then check out its information. This guy here, actually, that means that there's no landing pads there, and there's different icons for ones that do have landing pads. I guess some other things that I want to mention really quick, though, too, is I am using it's not really a mod, it's an add-on called the TCE, Trade Computer Extension, I believe, which gives you this extra overlay that you can turn on and off on your spaceship. And what it does is it helps you with trading and knowing where all of the stuff is. So if we are at a market right now, I need to add Baker's Prospect to my trade computer. So what we want to do here is say new entry. We are in Acellus Prime, or it tells you right here where we are. All right, so we have to put in the name of the market, the market type. This is a Coriolis. Oh no, we we restarted. We're on a planet right now. One of the easy ways too to find out some of this information, just head on over here. You'll see this is like literally an overlay, right? But I can actually move them around on the screen, which is kind of cool. And I can just take it right off onto one of my other monitors so that you don't see it. Now, if I go over to contacts and I look at Baker's Prospect, it tells me that we are at a planetary outpost here, and select planetary outpost. The distance, if we actually go into the system map, and what it's asking for here is how far away is this from the sun? And badunk. So down here you see the allegiance is independent. So I'm going to put that in here as independent. Oh, here you go. There's what the icon looks like when you can actually land there. It looks like a little towers on it. So now you can see over here, the economy here is extraction, and sometimes there will be multiple. So if I go extraction, but since there's only one on this one, I'll say none. And then it allows me to save it. So now I can save this, and it's successfully, and it's connecting and processing. And what this will do, which is super cool, let's go into the Starport services, and I'm going to head down to the market, commodities market. This is when we get into trading, this is where we're going to go, and we're going to like buy stuff. You want to buy low and sell high. And if we go up now to up here to commodities and view prices, and if I compact it, it takes away all the stuff that's zero. So you see here that this is actually an exact match now for what's in the system. This add-on actually hooks into the API, I believe, for the game itself, pulls all the data in for you, and then loads it into your database. So this is actually all being stored locally on my computer in a database file, which will allow us, once we've collected a bunch of data from a bunch of different places that we visited, to actually go into this trade system here and find really good trades that let us go back and forth. So we'll play with that more when we get more places. So one thing I'm going to be doing is everywhere I go, no matter what I'm doing, when I get there, I'm going to land and I'm going to load it up into my database so that when I do want to do some trades, I've got all of the information to make it really awesome. So this little add-on is all about trades, right? Basically trading and navigation and getting to places and all that kind of stuff. So we'll dig into this as we go. I'll try not to repeat myself. And I can also make it disappear off of the screen when we don't want to see it. The other thing that I'm using as well is another little add-on called Captain's Log. Now this is what I'm going to be using to, so an example I guess would be if I go into the system map again. What you can do here is, like here we can see here we got a star. Now, generally, this one is used for exploration. So like when you get out of the inhabited space, what they call the bubble, you'll use this to kind of like track all of the places you go and what's there. So you can kind of estimate how much it's worth when you sell that data, which is one of the things you can do in this game. You can go exploring and sell the exploration data for credits. But one thing here is if you look here, this says it's an F-class star, right? So I can actually in this, again, it knows where I am. It's parsing the logs and it knows where I am. Now, so if I wanted to say we got an F-class star, I can say, boom, we got an F-class star. It's that simple. I just kind of like tag it, right? And then I can like, oh, there's 2 stars in this system. So I click on that one, and this one is an M-class star. So now I can go, there's also an M-class star here. and it'll save that data into my database for this system. Now I could even go so far as like logging every single planet and gas giant and all this kind of stuff, all the planets and gas giants in there. Now I might do that when I'm exploring, because it'll actually, one of the cool things about it is it'll actually estimate how much the system is worth for you if you were to sell that data, right? Even in the bubble, I'm going to be logging this stuff just so because what it'll allow you to do too is you can search for things and you can find out which like stars are scoopable and which stars are not scoopable for when we get a fuel scoop, so that we can refuel at stars instead of just at planets and bases. So I'm going to keep that off the screen as well. One thing too, I found out, this isn't in the game yet, but there is talk of, I think this goes way back to the Kickstarter, that you actually, in the future, we might actually be able to scoop on gas giants, which would be super freaking cool, if you ask me. The next thing I want to show you is a beautiful map of our galaxy. Now, this is, the first time I saw this, I was completely just flabbergasted. So here's all the like the systems and stuff that we can fly to right now. But if I start to zoom out, you'll see like all the stars. Now all of these places are, you can visit every single one of these places. And if we keep zooming out and zooming out and zooming out and zooming out and zooming out, and look at this. That's where we are. This is the entire Milky Way galaxy. We can go anywhere in here. So like if I just go across to the other side of the galaxy and then let's zoom in and find a star somewhere. See, we can click on these and we can zoom right in on it. And we can travel to all of these places on the other side of the galaxy. It's just nuts how far away we can go, and there's just tons and tons of galaxy, or tons and tons of stars and planets and everything to explore in this galaxy. It's just unbelievably awesome. What we need to do is go make some cash. Now, what do we have? Let's just go quickly to outfitting, and I'll show you what we have on our ship. So here's our beautiful ship. We got 2 lone pulse lasers, gimbaled, which is nice, which means that they'll track when we attack. And we got just a run-of-the-mill stock Sidewinder with E-rated pretty much everything, which is the lowest level rating. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of stuff going on here. Let's actually try and make a little bit of credits. Oh, that's right, brand new. I have to do all of this. All right, system checks done. I guess one thing I should mention too is I actually do have a HOTAS setup. So I'm using a thruster and a joystick. I'm using the X52 Sailtech, which is pretty cool. I quite like it actually. All right, so let's actually go flying. So let's pull up.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
And let's head straight for the stars. Now we got to get away from the mast lock, which you'll see in the bottom right there. So let's boost.
On.
Oh, retract landing gear.
Landing gear
coming up.
There, now we'll go a little bit faster. There, we're at a mast lock, and what we're gonna do is go and find the nav beacon. We're gonna head over to this nav beacon.
Frameshift drive charging.
And head off from the planet. And we're gonna go do some bounty hunting. Yeah.
4.
So it's a good way to start off, I think, to make some cash. Boom, and away we go. So I'm in what they call super cruise now, which is faster than light travel within a solar system. And we just need to kind of get away from the planet a little bit. One thing I also have a head tracker, so I can actually look around in my cockpit. There's the planet as we fly away. It's pretty cool. All of these little gadgets and gizmos actually make the gameplay just so cool. Look at that. So that's where we're heading over there. It's that nav beacon. Once we kind of, I think maybe we're far enough away. Let's head over to the planet. Oh, yeah. Oops, not the planet, but away from the planet. Heading toward this nav beacons. There it is. So we just left. Pretty cool, huh? And we're in open, so we could run into other commanders that might want to do mean things to us. But right now we're not really in a whole lot of worry, since we're basically in the stock ship. If we blow up in this, we haven't done any modifications to it. We will just, you know, respawn back to the last place we were, last station we were at. Oh, I'm being interdicted! Uh-oh. Let's see if I can actually undo this. Okay, so this is a little mini game. Try and keep it in the escape velocity vector. Uh-oh. I think I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna just submit. Oh, maybe not. No. I'm not gonna win this. I'm not. Okay, submitting the interdiction. Who do we got on our butts? Well, hello there, local. I'm going to just boost.
Afterburners.
Flight
Maxing
assist
engines.
off. Frameshift
And
drive
get out of here.
charging.
Uh-oh. My shields are down. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm gonna put all of my pips to systems. Let's go. Oh no! See if I can run. I don't know. I'm gonna die. Who is this guy? Wanted. Center. Asp Explorer. Yeah. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Elite Dangerous. Well, that was fun. I got interdicted right off the bat. I think that was just an NPC too, and your ship was destroyed by Zardox. So, let's confirm coming back in. Whew. Let's try that again, huh? Alright, well, the trick I've learned too is that when you're coming in on these locations you want to go to, you want to get to about like 7 seconds away and keep your throttle kind of in the Goldilocks zone, I think they call it, where if you look down on the bottom right of my radar there, you'll see kind of like my speed indicator, and I want to keep my little bar in the middle of that so that when I get close, I don't overshoot. And if you look at my distance and speed on the left, on the bottom left, you'll see those two little lines that are slowly coming in. When both those lines get into those orange areas, then I'll be able to jump out. All right, safe disengage. All right, so here we are. Also, if you look down on the bottom right there, you see like here I'm going full speed. My speed goes all the way up to the bottom, all the way to the bottom there. If I keep it right here in the middle, that's actually my most maneuverable, so I can turn the fastest when I'm at that speed. So now let's take a look around here. That's the nav beacon. Who are you, Mr. Haller? It's a keel back. He's wanted. Do you think I can take him? I don't know. So one thing we can do is we can take a look over on the contacts and we can see he is worth 26,000 credits. Ooh. I can pull out my guns. I don't know if I'll be able to kill this guy. One thing that you can do is you find a wanted guy. Like I'm in a tiny little Sidewinder right now. You definitely want to stay behind your target when you're attacking them. But if I wait for, say, like the System Authority vessels to kind of maybe come along and start shooting at this guy, then I can join in the fun and make some credits without actually having to take him on one by one. Because I think he's a bit tough for me at this point. Oh yeah, see? Someone's shooting at him. So we'll wait for him to kind of get his shields down. Let's kind of get back into the fight here. Well, get close so that we can start the fight. They're taking down his shields. Yeah, that's right. Oh, it's a fer-de-lance. The guy's using chaff.
Target shields offline.
There. Oh, we need to put pips to weapons. Why? Why my weapons keep retracting? I think I got something funny with my... Okay, let's stay on this guy. And come on, down to 3%. Oh, he's chaff. Stop firing your chaff. Let me get you. Boom! 26,000 credits. Ha 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 ha! We're doing a little better now. All right, who else we got out here? That's the Fer-de-Lance. I think that's the guy that was helping us. Yes, he's clean. And now let's go take a look over here. All right, who do we got here? Oh, we got a Sidewinder over there, and we've got another kill back. And you're clean in a wing of 2. So that's something to note. This is his wing buddy. Yeah, so like if I was to attack one of them, like say they were both wanted, if I was to attack one of them, they would both come after me. System Authority Vessel, so that's a copper. He's deadly. Might be able to stick around this guy. If he finds a wanted guy, we can go after whoever he shoots at. Who else we got out here? Ferdy? There's nobody around at the moment. Let's maybe head back to the nav beacon. He's clean. But look at this guy. Look at this view. Look at the sun, the ship. It's gorgeous. It's a nice looking ship.
Scan detected.
Alright, well, I'm not seeing a whole lot of people. Maybe somebody new dropping in. Who's that over here? Is that the same guy? Yeah. Asp Scout. Let's head over to
Drive charging.
the Foster Research Lab.
4, 3,
It's an outpost.
2, 1. Engage.
Scientific outpost. We only got 1 kill, but now what you can do is you can look over here in your transactions here and you can see that we've got a bounty. Oh, slow down, going too fast. Now here's what happens when you, so if I just go down and then back up. There we go. I wasn't paying attention. Here we are at Foster Research Lab. So now we need to get into, I think it's 7.5 kilometers or closer. And I'll do this manually first. So if you go over to the right-hand side here and you go to Contacts, Request Docking.
Docking request granted.
So now you go to Docking Pad 1. Where's Docking Pad 1? We're looking for the numbers. Deploy landing gear.
Gear down.
Alright.
Landing gear deployed.
And let's come in for land. Oops. 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 I scraped the bottom of my ship on there. Alright, let's enter the hangar and go to the services. Welcome to Foster Research Lab. Now, while I'm here, I'll be bringing up this and doing my database entries for this place as well. I won't do that on camera because, you know, now you've seen how I've done it once, I won't do it again. But I'm going to do that everywhere I go. First thing you do whenever you land at a base is refuel and repair if you need to. The next thing that we want to do now is we go into our contacts and we can redeem our bounties. Boom! We have 27,449 credits. Woo! We're making some money. Now we actually have something to lose. I don't know what they have here for outfitting. Let's just take a look. We could upgrade some, you know, our weapons. The first thing that I always upgrade, though, is my power distributor, if we can. Let's see if they have it here. Actually, one thing to note, you see the little plus signs? I'll use my mouse. These little plus signs right here in the corner, that means that they actually have things here for you to upgrade. Down here, you'll see fuel tank doesn't have one, so you can't get a new fuel tank here if you do. But first thing I do is upgrade my power distributor as high as we can get it. Let's get a... I want to buy this. An A-rated class 1 is the best power distributor I can get. Now you can see the stats here. It means that our weapons capacity, a recharge, or engines, or like everything goes up. This is the thing that gives you all of your juice in your ship. One thing though you have to be careful of is if I buy this, I'm going to have 7,000 credits left, right? But if I buy this, I'm going to buy it. And let's see, hopefully this wasn't a bad decision. Confirm. There's our first upgrade. We have a brand new power distributor. We have 7,254 credits left. Now, what I'm talking about is if we go over here, you can see my rebuy cost is now 1,100 credits. So I'm fine. You want your rebuy, you want your total balance to be above your rebuy cost. And, or else when you get destroyed, you can't pay for your insurance and you start back at the beginning with your little sidewinder. So hey, we did a mission, we went bounty hunting, yay. That'll actually affect my, as you can see now, my combat rank is 9% harmless. So I'm working my way up in that world. And yeah, so I can be kind of working my way through combat ranks by doing that. The more trading I do, the ranks go up in that. The more exploring I do, the ranks go up in that. The goal for this season, or this first kind of season of this, is I want, so if we go into here, and go soul. The soul system. Now, we can, you see here, if I try and plot a course to this, it says, it's red, and it says requires soul system permit. I want to go to Sol. I can't get there because I don't have a permit. The only way to get a permit to go to Sol and see Earth and go home is I have to rank up with the Federation and become a certain level. I'll check out exactly what that is. I did the research before, but yeah, this is where we are. That's where I want to go. So I need to rank up and with the Federation so that I can get what I need so that I can go to Sol. And the goal for the first season of Elite Dangerous is we're going to go home. The voyage home. And we want to go to the third rock from the sun and do a flyby of Earth. I think that'll be fun. And there'll be a lot of things we have to do to make that happen. So I really hope that you guys are enjoying this. I wanted to play a lot more of this game. There's a lot of things that I want to do. So yeah. Here we are at our port. We've done our first little upgrade. We've done some bounty hunting. There's so many things to do in this game. I can't wait to share this journey with you guys. And I'll see you all in the next episode.